Okay, so we're just going to lay down and we'll have the knees bent just about 90 degrees. And we're going to inhale and we're going to let our belly rise up, our rib cage expand outward, and our low back press down into the ground. So we're expanding the trunk like this in all directions when we inhale. We'll just do about 5 of those. When we exhale, and we draw all of those parts of the body in. So we contract on the exhale. And you're not forcing either contraction. Either you're trying to keep the chest and the shoulders relaxed. The arms can be next to the body, or I like them on the belly just so I can feel my belly expand. Then from there, we're just going to find a couple single knee to chest if this feels all right. And we'll release. We'll just kind of go back and forth, and you can use the ground to kind of massage out your lower and middle back a little bit and move the knee in and out. And then you can kind of not only open up the hip and the hamstring, but you can use the ground kind of like a foam roller for the back a little bit here, just really subtle. And once we're happy here, we're going to extend the legs a little bit. Just find some super subtle twists at first. And if these feel okay, we can start to bend the knees a little bit more. And just going into our low twists. Yeah, we can also cross one of the legs over here and open up that hip a little bit more if we want to. We can just alternate back and forth. Let's do a handful of these. Yeah, you can do a few more on your own here. And then we're going to elevate the hips. We're going to actually put before we do that, we're going to put our middle finger or index finger right on the top of your hip bone if you can find it. If this is your belly button, it almost sits in line with your belly button, maybe just a little bit lower. And then just find a rib. So you can feel for the bottom of your rib cage. It's usually just a few inches higher. You're going to put your thumb on your ribs and then your index or your middle finger on your hips here. You're going to keep those 2 points connected through this movement. So you're not going to let the space between them change. And you're just going to elevate the hips to wherever that stopping point is. It may not be very high. Okay. And from here, we're going to inhale. We're going to expand everything. We're going to exhale. We're going to contract. Inhale. We're going to expand. Exhale. We're going to draw everything in. Inhale. We're going to expand. Exhale, we're going to draw everything in. And then we're just going to lower the hips. And if the spine wants to lengthen there, go ahead and let it lengthen. You may feel that, like I felt just a little bit compressed there, so I wanted to move my shoulders and kind of lengthen out the spine. And we're going to do the same thing again. Really lengthen out the spine before you move. Okay, let's keep connection here with the hips. Maybe they get a little higher, maybe they don't. Okay, and then we're going to inhale, expand, exhale, draw in. Trying to stay balanced here too. I'm not trying to let all the weight kind of roll up into here, this area. I want to kind of stay balanced through my spine. Okay, and then we're going to lower the hips. Lengthen the spine, and if you want to find a few more twists here, you can. You don't need to, but you can. And then we're going to work our way onto our side. And the bottom arm is going to be a pillow. The knees are going to be about at 90. Maybe they can be a little bit lower than the hips, so a slightly larger angle if you want. The top hand is just going to kind of come to the top of the head. It's going to support the head a little bit. We're going to keep our knees touching. And we're gonna flex our feet up slightly. So feet are flexed up slightly, and these are just at about 90. And I'm gonna inhale and lift my foot and my head here a little bit. And I'm gonna exhale, I'm gonna lower. Inhale, open up. Feel your obliques, feel this area tighten as the bottom half of your body expands. Just feel that kind of like an accordion. And then we're gonna lower, slower, controlled. You're just going back and forth as many as you want, maybe just 3 or 5 or more. And then we'll exhale, come down, really supporting the head here. Let's just do one more. We'll go on to the back after we've done however many you want. Just relax here for a second. Feel how this side of the body that you just were working on contracting and lifting maybe feels a little bit longer now, not so short-waisted. And then we're going to roll on to the other side and we'll do the same thing. So maybe 3 to 5 a side. Toes flexed and neutral. Okay, you do as many as you want. We can roll onto our backs. Notice how we feel. And the last one we can do too is we can roll all the way onto our side and reach for the foot here. If you have a strap, or you can use a towel. You can rig up a towel if you can't reach your foot here. And we're just going to squeeze this glute, and we're going to do a little bit of a hip flexor stretch. So the glute's engaged. I'm staying kind of stiff in the front of the abdomen here, and stretching out the quad and the hip flexor a little bit in that same position I was just in. Okay, and we'll go back and forth here. Remember to engage that glute and then pull. And I just do a few of those until you feel good. And that's it.